One of the times I realized I had a drug and alcohol problem was I got asked to do Michael Moore's Comedy Festival in Traverse City, Michigan, and I had to go fly a private plane. I had never gone on a private plane before that. I've never been on a private plane since then. I don't know if you look at this, not exactly a private plane kind of guy. Definitely, and I'm not good on plane. Just to give you an idea, I was on a tiny plane once. I was next to this really ripped guy and his girlfriend, right? And we had a big pocket of turbulence, and I went, woo! Like I made the sound an old woman makes when she's offended at the opera, you know? And he took his hand off his girlfriend's and he put it on mine. Like, by the end of the flight, he had 2 girlfriends. So I'm going up in this tiny flight and it's shaking and there's turbulence. I'm nervous. I'm like, oh shit. I open my eyes and Michael Moore is leaning in and looking at me and he just goes, look at you. Pure terror. He looked at me the way Chris Christie looks at Chinese buffets, or Michael Moore looks at Chinese buffets. And then I hear from the cockpit one of the pilots go, hey, you guys got any weed? No. He goes, be pretty cool if you did. I'm like, did the pilot just quote Dazed and Confused so he could smoke weed on the plane he's fucking flying? That's the worst way to hear a Dazed and Confused quote. Maybe second worst. Maybe the only thing that would be worse would be bring your daughter to the pediatrician and he's like, I get older but these chicks stay the same age. That's the only way. So anyway, I'm like, fuck this shit. I grab a bottle of vodka. I start chugging the vodka. I black out. I wake up the next day. I'm in my hotel room. I'm wearing 2 coats. I don't know where the other coat is from, but it's got McNuggets in it. So I'm like, I hope I didn't like murder somebody at a McDonald's. I don't know what happened. I look at my phone and I've texted 10 people who are at this comedy festival. Do you know where I can get cocaine? Followed by pineapple emoji. 9 people left the thread. 1 person wrote, I'll see what I can do. Japanese flag emoji. I think he was just being cute, honestly. I walk to the festival. I'm like apologizing to everybody I see. I get backstage. I see the head of the festival's there. I apologize to her. She goes, you shouldn't apologize to me. And then I look over and Michael Moore is just looking at me. When you're an alcoholic and you relapse, Michael Moore just feels like he's narrating your relapse. He's like, Dan thought he could get drunk and not take his dick out. He couldn't, you know? And I was like, is it Michael Moore? And she goes, no, it's not Michael Moore. And just then, the doors open, and Sinbad walks in. And he looks at me, and he goes, Dan. And I became terrified because I thought me and Sinbad were strangers. It is a weird thing when you find out Sinbad knows you by name, and you didn't know that you knew Sinbad. It's not a great... So I turned to him, and I'm like, I'm sorry, Mr. Bad. I forget what I said. He goes, you tried to get me to take you to the ghetto to buy you crack. Don't worry, I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, I'm so glad you thought it was hilarious because what it was racist, without a doubt. That's like finding out you asked Morgan Freeman where the purple drink is, you know? Just then, there's a photographer right next to us, and he goes, hey, take a picture of me and Dan. And I'm like, that's when you know you have a drug and alcohol problem. When you wake up the next day, and the celebrity wants to take the picture with you. You know, like, sure, I was in Jingle All the Way, but this guy tried to fuck a bucket of shrimp last night.